Ladies and gentlemen, people of all genders, springtime, autumn, toasters, unicorns, whatever you want to be known as, welcome to the Ep19 podcast, episode 19?
Yes.
19.
I am Chef, as always, that is,
Oleg.
and yes, that is
Chef, internet chef, Mike Spade.
Internet superhero chef Mike Spade. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ep19 podcast, stories of the dish pit, stories from the dish pit. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say, but anyway, here we go. So what's up, everybody? How are we?
Good.
Good?
Good.
Episode 19 is a long week. Last week was great. We had Red here, Red's Barkers. Staten Island, New York, always a shout out. The Birria dog that we created is actually selling great. That I got a text today that was an emergency text said, I need meat sauce. They love the meat sauce. I was like, all right, it's coming. We got meat sauce. We're gonna get it to you. Absolutely.
Gotta make more.
We gotta make more me's. Because we didn't have our things in place like our show. So again, our meat sauce is also unscripted.
Well, no, there is a recipe. There is a recipe,
but when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
154 or 55 subscribers, I think we got.
I was forcing co-workers to subscribe. At least 4 of them are from my co-workers.
Nice.
We were out Friday night, and I was like, subscribe. They're like, oh my God, we love your podcast. You guys are so funny. I'm like, did you subscribe? They're like, I'm like, subscribe. I'm standing there making people subscribe as we're standing there talking about it. You know, oh great, it's all great and fun and everything, but hey, subscribe to us. You know why? Because that's the only way that's the only way you get it done, man.
152.
152. I think we lost one. It's just like the TikTok. The TikTok goes from like 676 to 675 to 674, and then people like us and they don't like us. It's just like being in public, I guess.
That's it. Well, you know what? You like us, you don't like us. It is what it is.
But again, shout out to Red's Bonkers. Shout out to our favorite Throttle Junkies. You need any work done on your bike, you're out in Long Island, go out and see Throttle Junkies out on 231 Deer Park Avenue, which is not like A1A Beachfront Avenue from Vanilla Ice. Completely different states, but still they sound the same. And hey, that's what we're going with. So what's going on, guys?
I don't know. You tell us. You're the one that's pissed off about a tomato situation this guy in tomatoes. You notice that? He's got a problem with
I
tomatoes.
left my tomato over there. So I went to get something to eat beforehand.
I'll get it for you.
Don't
Go
give
ahead.
me those fucking tomatoes, man. Stop doing this. It makes me mad. And I know it's a Roma tomato, and okay, but it's just laziness again. I went to the same place
To see if their tomatoes would
Well,
change.
wait a second. First I got my tomatoes over there. I don't know. It's over
In
there
the
somewhere.
fridge?
No. Hold on. Here, if you, I'll
little
find it. It's
box?
over there. It's on a napkin somewhere. Underneath the bag of mangoes. Don't ask why we have a bag of mangoes. There it is. Why do you have a bag of mangoes? That was the segue. So here's my tomato that I saved. This is on my sandwich. What camera do I look at? That's the microphone. So
That
obviously
one.
that does not.
Right there.
That's the tomato. Can you see this tomato? Don't put this on a sandwich.
Why?
Again, I'm asking
It's a
why?
tomato.
Why? Because it doesn't go on this. Listen, if you cut the tomato, you cut off. If you don't,
Yeah, I
you
get it.
core it, but you still don't give the first
put the
ring of
tomato
the
right
cut.
there.
I'm gonna put the tomato in the cat cup.
There you go.
We'll show you why we have a cat cup later. I am not the one with gags. Well, wait a second. Well, actually, we have some gags that we're gonna talk about, but.
They're props. They're not gags.
It's funny, the red wings over there. But yeah, that's the tomato in the cat dish. We'll tell you why we have a cat dish later. But don't give me those, man. You cut off the bottom of the tomato. You cut off the top of the tomato if it ain't cored. If it's cored, don't give me that first slice. I don't want that on my sandwich. That's not tomato. That's tomato skin. I want tomato on my sandwich. I want seeds. I want that flavor.
I
want
can
that.
understand that.
You know, it just makes me mad because I get halfway through the sandwich and I was like, I went back inside to the place. I'm like, bro, what is this that you gave me? I actually went in and complained about the tomato, and there was a cop standing in there, and he looks at me, and he's like, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I'm like, you would understand if you knew me. And I just said, don't do that again, and I walked out.
Amazing.
So yeah, there was almost an assault over a tomato. It reminds me of a joke. 2 peanuts were walking down the street, and one was assaulted. Anyway, so yeah, man, don't give me those tomatoes. I don't like that. I don't know. Do you like them? It bothers me. Shit like that bothers me. If you're gonna do something, do it right.
You know what the thing is? it's like not even a bite. So by the time you realize it's in your mouth, whatever, you already swallowed it.
But if you're like me, I saw that before I even bit into it.
That's the napkin.
No, that's the tzatziki. That's stuck to the tomato.
Oh.
Or the napkin that I have. I saved it. I fucking saved it. And I sent you guys over the group chat. I was like, they did it to me again. Mike's like, you want to bring it on? I'm not going to mention the place, but if you're in Brooklyn, you know where you are. 'Cause really good fucking gyros, and you shouldn't do that shit, man.
Agreed. So, yeah.
It really made me mad. Oh, like, what's the matter with you? You look a little,
I'm good.
You look a little upset. Are you disappointed about my tomato?
No.
I think everybody is disappointed about that tomato.
Listen, like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube at Meezen Podcast. That's MEEZEN Podcast. Tell us what you think. People are commenting. It's usually the same 3 people, but still, the people are commenting. So, again, join in the fun. I love rebuttals. I love to argue. And speaking about that,
Oh, here we go.
Mike Spade brought up. So,
Oh, we're going to go with that first. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Let's go into that before we go into the gag reel. All right, so Mike said to me about somebody, and I don't know, I'm kind of up and down on this, and let me know what you guys think about. They were bringing, I guess it was family style service out to a restaurant and so forth, and the lady was like, and they brought the plates out to the table, and when they put them on the table, I went to pass the plate that was on the table to my other family member, and it was hot. So I said to the server, can I speak to the owner? The owner came over and he was like, okay, thank you. And walked away, and she was really mad about it. So I get it. So the server should have said something. And I think that's just common courtesy. You put something down on the table, you're like, oh, it's hot.
Yeah.
You know?
They probably did say that because they
give it to you, right? They're holding it.
Yeah,
That's a hot plate.
I'm here on the server side for once because they probably handed it to them holding a towel and said, hey, it's hot. And they were like, oh my God, here, food. And
I'm going to say this. What?
like, oh my God, there's food here. And then you just grabbed it. You're not thinking that it might be hot.
It's like in the kitchen on the line when you pick something up and it's hot, you don't know what to do with it, and you're like, you don't know where to go with it.
But that's the thing, though. Like, okay, so here's why I'm upset about this, because the way she said it, she says, when we passed it around and it was so hot, I burned my hand. Did you not feel the plate when you first went to go grab it?
Okay, and also it's not coming out unless it's a sizzle platter. If it's a porcelain plate, it's not coming out. I mean, maybe if it's at a steakhouse or something. But you're gonna.
It was at a steakhouse. This was at a steakhouse.
But even the porcelain plate, it never comes out more than 200. It's usually a 180 at most.
Because, most people can pick up something that's at 180.
Yeah, I
could. I have asbestos fingers. I mean,
You have asbestos fingers like him. Okay, but anyway,
it's these two. It's these two on each hand.
So I have
no
her comment.
feelings or fingerprints.
I have her comment on here. And she goes, I called the owner over and told him what happened. Their explanation was to keep the food hot waiting for the other dishes. They put it under a hot lamp.
On the pass.
Right. They apologized. I offered a suggestion that the server should have let us know it was so hot and don't touch it, or perhaps transfer the food to a plate to serve it. 2 very reasonable suggestions. And then they said thanks and walked away. So the apology was not really sincere, and maybe this person's posting felt the same. Because this was a posting about a person complaining about something about a restaurant. But my point is I just got served food, right? I'm going to touch the plate. I don't care if it's hot or not. I'm going to touch it to make sure that it's not hot, to see if I'm going to grab it to give it to somebody else.
Well, because we're all like children when you say
Exactly
it's
my
hot,
point.
I'm going to touch it.
Right.
And how long do you have to hold it before you start complaining?
Well, exactly. What the fuck?
But here's
When you're a child, ow, hot.
Oh, put it down!
Like, why can't you do that as a kid but not as a grown-up? Why you gotta go to a blog about it?
Because people want to complain, and that's all they want to do. They want to complain about the fact that you didn't tell me that if I ate the peanuts, I could have choked.
So there's 2 things that she's trying to get out of it. Are you trying
People
to
need
get
beatings.
something free? Or people should have beat. Everybody grabs a hot plate and wants to complain about it until you get
Burned.
burned. Not the saying, but still. So either she wanted something out of it, she had a gripe against the place, or she just wanted to bitch and complain.
That's it.
Which is all people want to do, and that's all people go to social media, or especially Facebook for, and I comment that all the time. Why did you come here to say that? Like when they say, where can I find the best cheese raviolis with Parmesan sauce and vodka sauce on Staten Island. What is the best? You're going to have 685 bananas in this group that are going to comment on it. How do you know what the best is? What is the best? Is it what you like? No. Why are you coming here? Well, the first thing you do is when you don't like something, you go to Facebook. I'm not going to lie. I've done that too, but I'm just a shit stirrer. And, but that's the first thing. Like, why are you here? You're looking to get justification from a group of people who could really just
subscribe
are just
to
looking to bitch.
Zagat or Zagat, whatever the fuck it's called.
Zagat?
Zagat, Zagat, whatever the fuck it's called. Okay, they tell you about all the 5-star places. That place will tell you which one has the best raviolis. Don't bother.
5 stars don't mean shit. We walked into that Chinese restaurant and.
But again, it's 5 stars according to the person that tasted it.
Exactly. Everything is subjective.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one and they all stink. That's what I have to say.
Like in Queens, there are 2 pizza shops. You can, and it divides the whole fucking borough in half. Some people say one is the best. The other people say the other place is the best. One has more of a sweet sauce. The other one has more of a robust, deeper sauce. It's all matter of preference. And no matter who you ask, they're the ones that are right.
And that's what it is. It's all about, exactly. Because, you could say it until you're blue in the face, but if that person's opinion is that person's opinion.
If they like something sweet and I don't, that's fine.
It's completely different. But, getting back to it, listen, I've eaten out, I eat out 2-3 times a week, me and my wife. If I'm ordering something, the plate's hot. It's just common sense. The server's coming down. So here's what I think happened was, it was probably Mother's Day. Fuck brunch. It was probably Mother's Day because if you look on social media, everybody's like, oh my God, it's brunch on Mother's Day. We all hate it. Anybody who works in a kitchen that's a cook and a server too, and today we'll take the server side. We hate it. It sucks. Be nice to the people that are working on those holidays so you could go out and enjoy a friggin' meal,
I totally agree with you on
Don't
that.
be an asshole. Don't tip 18% because she forgot to bring you an extra fork that you dropped on the floor twice, And make sure that they're taken care of. They're there missing out on their family just to take care of you. Granted, it's the service industry and these are sacrifices we make, but don't be an asshole about it, man. And especially if you're going to brunch, because half the brunches are boozy, everybody's tanked, and the servers in the kitchen are running around like knuckleheads, and the kitchen probably didn't get out of there until 12 o'clock at night, went out drinking until 3, and now they're back making you over easy friggin' eggs. I want them over easy medium. What the fuck is that?
Pick one.
It's like the medium rare medium steak. No, don't happen. Be nice to your servers, man, especially on the holidays. Remember the guys in the back because they're humping on those stoves to put you out the plates that are hot. And then what would have happened if the plate wasn't hot?
It's not hot enough.
It's a no-win situation, man. It's a no-win situation.
Wasn't it the old school way, right, in a restaurant was that you always bring your food out on a hot plate because you don't want somebody holding a cold plate with hot food in it. Yeah. It'll just get colder quicker, right?
Well, no, it's just like taking a salad plate out of the dishwasher and putting a salad on.
Right, you're winning the salad.
It's a hot salad. You don't want that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So your plates sit in the past because sometimes everything's not ready at the same time. So things have to sit in the past. The past is hot. It's there to heat your food and to keep it warm while the rest of the food is ready. So don't be an ass when you go out, man. Just accept it and just be lucky that somebody's actually serving you on a day that they don't even want to be there and would rather be spending it with their mothers. Their mothers.
Right. And if you tip 10%,
stay
home.
You suck as a person.
Stay home if you're going to tip 10%.
If you can't tip 20% minimum, then you suck.
Yeah.
That's what I
You know
have
what?
to say.
The least 18. The least. At least. You know
100%.
what? To make your lives easier, for every $100, throw a 20. That's it.
That's
20%. That's 20%.
And you want to even go even further? And I know Oleg will appreciate this. Send around the drinks to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Most of places will they'll never get it. It'll be too corporate, and even if you try to tip out the cooks, they'll never get it.
But how great would that be if there was a restaurant? I saw something on social media where it said in the corner of the menu, beers for the kitchen, $3 if you want to buy the. That would be. That's the kind of kitchen I want to work.
You're being tanked.
I can drink beers.
Imagine being tanked by 2:00 in the afternoon.
You don't get. Well, I mean, you have to learn how to pace yourself. I've drank on multiple lines that I've worked
keep
at,
buying
man.
you drinks.
But if you could you're sweating half of it out, man. Yeah. If you can maintain yourself, you're not sitting there pounding shots and like, and then try to make over easy eggs. It's not gonna happen. Just maintain yourself, bro. But we're all adults. Just do the right thing. Yes, don't be a jerk when you go out to a restaurant. Remember, there's people working on holidays that aren't home with their families, so you can enjoy it with your families. Which brings me to another topic. Are you ready for this?
We're ready.
Sick to my stomach about it. Let's talk about street food. So street food's really popular. It's become super duper popular over the last couple of years, and everywhere does it. And there's probably places that have been doing it for a long time before it's become popular out here.
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years, street food has probably been around. When I lived in Florida years ago, which I'm moving back. When I lived in Florida years ago, there used to be the big thing was the hot dog carts, sold by the girls in G-strings.
Oh, that's
My
cool.
brother. My brother.
Why do we not have that here?
Joe, you'll vouch for me. My mother, rest in peace. My mother used to say, "I'll never eat a hot dog from there." Like, why, Ma? Because they'd be in like the middle of a road, a 2-lane highway. There's nowhere in sight, and there's this girl in a G-string with a trailer just dropped off. She's like, "You don't think she's gonna pick that out of her ass at one point?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." It's really
That adds flavor.
giving the buns warm.
Remember what Red said last week. Dirty water is there. It's a reason why it's called dirty water.
That is completely different than that.
But speaking of dirty water, we got a little video.
So let's talk. There's something that's been grossing me out, and I'm not sure why people don't talk about it. And I'm gonna bring it up, and I'm gonna get ridiculed for it. But Indian street food, and I'm not talking about here in the United States. I don't eat Indian. I'm talking about this. So let's watch this video and let's take. This is fucking real. This is real. This has to be real.
It has to be.
This is insane. This is insane. So let's check this out, and you guys let me know what you think because I'm sick to my stomach over it. Oh my god, that's armpit pakora.
This dude is taking it. He's taking the pakora. Oh man. So, yeah. She just spit it out of her mouth, threw it into the pot. Oh, now she's tasting it. Oh, what's this guy doing?
This is just insane. So wait a second. First off, how do you let a one-armed guy make anything with?
Hey, he's got bills, all right?
I'm sure there's a lot of one-armed people that make things with dough, but this is just it. This is insane. How does nobody say anything about this? And now I know it's another country, it's another world,
put
and
a
they used
towel
to it.
down.
You said he put a towel down. So he said,
Yeah, look,
now-
no,
so he's not
put
making a
towel.
mess. But wait, hold on. Let me fix my hair and let me get. What is in that pot? What is
I don't
that?
know, man.
I
says a
have
legendary
diarrhea
Kimura.
just looking at that. Like I have a queasy stomach. You can ask anybody I know. I am horrible with this. What is
See, he put
what
a
is
towel
even going
on his dirty foot. So that way, you know.
Let me
To
tell you
cover
something.
it. Now it's hygienic.
If I put my feet up there, and I've sent you guys pictures of my fucking toes. I have some ugly ass fucking toes.
Bro,
and
that's
they
the
do all
same
weird
towel that baby
things.
Moses was wrapped in.
It's the what? I don't even think they know Moses. Oh. We can sit here and.
Jesus.
This
Yeah.
is nuts. I want to know what you guys think about these videos, man. You got to let us know. This is insane. How is that? I guess there's no nothing. What is this? What are you making here? And you're serving it into a napkin. Did you see the guy that lights something on fire in a leaf and then shoves it in people's mouth? Or the guy that makes fucking chai and
I
sits
kind
there
of
and
want to
goes,
try that. The flaming thing looks interesting.
Oh, look, eggs, Oleg.
I'm down with that. that looks good.
What is that? Okay, that's a Dutch oven.
Bro, that's a good ass soup right
Hey,
there.
so far she hasn't done anything that's like
That's an
nasty.
omelet.
Yeah.
Well, that shit's
it's
dope.
on the street. What does that smell like? That's terrible, man. My eyes are literally watering because I don't know if I'm nauseous. I'm just disgusted. How do you? And you said it to me before. Oh,
Let's do the armpit deal
Yeah,
again.
like what I said is they have iron stomachs because they constantly eat it. But the thing is, like, we constantly reference Bourdain, and one of the things he was always talking about is that sometimes you gotta experiment.
yeah,
That's not experimenting, bro.
You gotta experiment. He's like, try. You gotta try the cream sauce. You gotta be weird. So you might throw up. You might die a little. But you gotta Like, if you were there, I would try some weird shit.
No, I would not. Number one, I would not go there. There's not a bathroom. There's not water. I mean, granted, I almost shit in a garbage can upstairs because Mike didn't get here fast enough and I really had to go to the bathroom. But still, this is just unhygienic. But you said it, like these people are built for that. But it's fucking gross. And here's what makes me mad. This guy's probably got a YouTube channel that's got 59,000 fucking subscribers. And here we are with 153, and 90% of them are our friends. I'm going to start making armpit food and then mashing potatoes with my toes.
Please don't. Please don't. Please
don't. I want it. What did you say? Did you have? What was? Would you say it reminds you of a Jewish joke?
Not a Jewish joke.
Yeah. The eye of the Jew. Look out.
It reminded me of. It was an old Jewish joke. Kid goes in to a old bakery to see how bread and bread products are made, and comes out of there out of the back screaming. He's like, "Dad, you got to see they're making pitas. There's just a fat," and he takes him in the back, and he sees there's a big old fat guy, and he takes a ball of dough, slaps it on his stomach, flattens the dough, and that's how he makes a pita. Both the kid and the dad are outraged, and they're like, can't believe that's how it's made. And the owner is like, you think that's bad? You should see how he makes the bagels.
Check, please. I'm done. I can't. It's fucking horrible. Oh my god, I'm nauseous. Fucking funny. Oh, my stomach hurts. Anyway,
does it hurt because of the videos or because of the joke?
I don't know. It's probably the food that I ate, and it's probably the videos. The joke is great though. That's a classic fucking joke. That's funny, bro. Good stuff, man. Everybody says you're dead inside. I don't think so. You're really you're like a mushroom. You really are a fun guy.
Try.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Meeson Podcast, a stupid podcast where we tell stories and we talk about Indian street food and how it makes us nauseous. But I do want to get into a little bit early. I mean, I do want to close it out a little bit early with a little bit of a tip. Should we bring in the tip? Let's ring in the ticket. We're even still open for another 10 minutes, but we're going to ring in this ticket. Oleg, what do you got on this? Oleg's got something interesting.
This week is going to be a bit of a show and tell type of situation.
Oh boy.
So I was looking searching the internet for different videos and everything like that, and to see something that I could make as a show as a hack. And I watched a video of a couple people stitched together about the perfect way to crack an egg. And the way I've always been taught is you crack an egg on the edge, and somehow when it breaks, there's always a little bit of shell sometimes breaks. So the video that I seen, in it shows that the perfect way to break an egg, instead of actually breaking it on an edge, you break it on the flat surface. And the guy that stitched it together explained that it's even better if you drop it instead of break it. So that's exactly what we're going to do.
In a porcelain bowl or in a porcelain plate.
It is my guess that on the porcelain, because the way bowl breaks when it hits glass or tile. So same concept.
This explains the porcelain cat bowl.
Yeah.
That was for your scorpion. Rest in peace, Beelzebub.
Yep. That's the only porcelain bowl I have in my house.
Ladies and gentlemen, an unscripted podcast where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like it, and we come up with things 15 minutes before it. Oleg, break out the eggs.
So we're going into eggs camera.
With Oleg. We have an egg camera. So Oleg is going to drop an egg from a height. If you miss, I'm going to piss myself.
So the whole thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So the whole thing was they just break it, and it's supposed to break in half perfectly, and it doesn't.
Maybe you got to do it from a higher. From
Maybe
a higher
First one
place.
didn't break.
Maybe you wasn't high enough, or you weren't high enough.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it worked.
Look at that.
See, it's got to be at least 12.
So they
inches.
did 3. We're doing 5. Are you dumping the egg out?
Yeah, so
It's such a waste of a chicken.
There's kids in Ethiopia
Come
that are
on.
starving.
You know what I did when I was younger? My mother used to say that to us. She beat the shit out of me. I took that egg.
no, there's still shell.
There's still shell.
I call shenanigans.
I took all my leftovers and put them in an envelope and wrote Ethiopia on it and handed it to my mother. Bro, she beat me up 3 flights of stairs. Maybe you're not dropping the egg right.
I'm
Drop it from the it said from the flat side or from the point? What side is it?
You drop it like this, and it's supposed to. In the video, it cracks in half perfectly, and it doesn't.
I don't know. Let me try it.
Maybe throw it in there. Not you. Not you. You can't throw it. No, you're too far. No.
All right, wait a second. Ready? Here we go. Right in the cat's face.
No, that just shatters into pieces. Yeah. That's a terrible hat.
Yeah. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to stitch it together. That did not work for us.
At all.
At all.
Look at all these
It's gotta be
wasted
magic.
eggs.
It's
No.
got to be magic.
Yeah, it's magic.
As opposed to doing what? Let me see.
Wait, do it the normal way.
That
Ooh.
fucking works for me, man.
Ooh, fancy guy doing it with one hand.
See?
Another fancy guy.
I don't know. That works for me. All right, $20 to eat the eggs.
I'm good.
No, you good? Guys, that's all I got today. This podcast, I think,
And the
was
funny
excellent.
thing is, we both cracked it one-handed on the edge with no shells inside the bowl.
Do you know why?
It's not our first rodeo.
And we're living on the edge. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Chef. That is Oleg. That is Mike fucking Spade, the internet chef. This is the Mizan Podcast, episode 19. We're almost old enough to drink. Join us for episode 20. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much. Stories from the
Cheers.
Dish Pit. Peace out.